Hello and welcome to the Gamers Table. It is Monday and we're reviewing Cargo Noir.
I enjoy it. It's it seems to be one strategy fits all in this game. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of strain from the main path.
The player with the most victory points, or most points on his victory cards at the end of the game wins. Players acquire victory cards throughout the game by sending their cargo ships to the most lucrative destinations. Gas? Anyway, successfully smuggling cargo tokens out of ports and into their warehouses. And unloading this cargo at the right time to acquire the most valuable victory cards.
The characters are interesting. They have their mafia dude and the three sombreros, the Mexican type guys, and there's the Middle East type guy with the scimitar and he laughing the grapes and the dancing girls. Sort of stereotypes of crooks from the old film noir type movies, I guess. Which is kind of neat, but it's really a lot of window dressing. It's a set collection and area control type game with some bidding. Center of the board. All the different board pieces go around it. They all go around it every time, but sometimes they will be active in the game, and sometimes they won't be.
Depending on the number of players.
Yes, thank you for finishing my sentence for me, Ken.
You're welcome.
I needed that so much.
Okay.
So once you've done that, everybody takes the boats of their color, the player mat of their color, and gets their initial 7 gold, real high quality gold coins.
The coins, Cargo Noir coins.
And the first time you go through the game, you start on phase 3. Send your ships out.
You screw it up.
Well,
that's the first time you go through the game.
No, that's the first time we played the game.
Yes.
We screwed it up because we let Ken read the rules.
Oh, it is.
So you do phase 3, then the first player.
I read the
first
rules,
player doesn't move,
wrong.
advances the first player, the turn marker to turn 1, and then everybody does 1, 2, 3. He does 1, 2, 3. Then he does 1, 2, 3. Then I do 1, 2, 3. Then the next turn.
Mm-hmm. It seems like it's going to play pretty much the same way every time you play it, with maybe subtle differences here and there. Like, you might get lucky with some tokens or something. It's what you pull out of the bag, the Cargo Noir bag there.
Yeah, you'll notice a lot of the places have little question marks. Maybe it's easier to see on that side. At the start of the round, you will fill up all the question marks that are available with the tiles that are the different types of goods. And whenever somebody claims goods with one of their boats, you immediately refill that tile. And once you spend the tiles, you set them aside. You don't put them back in the bag until all the tiles have been gone through once. Because it's sort of a set collection game, and if you didn't do that, you could just keep collecting the same thing over and over again.
I think at the heart, it's more of a gateway game. It's a more simple family game where you can teach people who are maybe not so familiar with games.
Well, that's part of the game, is seeing what tiles are going through, getting spent. Okay, maybe I'm not going to be able to collect my set of 8 of the same thing because, well, 4 and 5 are already gone. So odds of me getting that are pretty low. So you got to pay attention a little bit to that.
Everything is public knowledge. It goes on your card or beside your card, and everybody can see how many victory points you have, how much money you have, what things are in your warehouses are available for trade. So you're not hiding anything. There's no secrets in this game. You can see how well everybody's doing.
It doesn't really go with the theme, though.
No.
No, not really.
If you're dealing with black market goods
and smuggling,
contraband,
perhaps you shouldn't have all the stuff on deck so everybody can see it.
Yeah, that's true.
I definitely like the feel and look of it. I love the money, how it feels like poker chips. You feel like you're high rollers, dealing with the weapons and the ivory and the alcohol, just wheeling and dealing.
Yeah, all the pieces are pretty well designed. There's some very nice artwork and stuff on it to really dress up what's actually a fairly simple game. Subsequent plays, I can see this playing out fairly similar each time. It's just you might luck into certain chips or something like that, or depending on whether people really want to overbid and fight for things. But it seems like where are they again? The syndicate cards, which allow you to get 2 coins per card, and you're only allowed 2 of each of these bonus cards here, to get some coin back if you lose out on a bid somewhere. So you either stay and try and overbid again, or you leave and get 2 coins per card. And that's really important when you're playing it properly, is the money. The money really does help in this.
Seems a little limiting.
So to discuss the heart of this game, the bidding structure, when you put your ship on here, you must put coins under your ship, at least one. Mm-hmm. If you're the first person there, you can put one coin there. But now, after you've done all your placed your ships, which is the last part, step 3, the next person takes their turn. They resolve their ships, pull them off, and then they can put ships back on. Now they can put 2 or more coins under there. They have to put more than you. And their ship goes there. Now, what that means is when it comes back to your turn, you will not claim the goods on there. And you have 2 choices. You may either take your boat off, taking the money that is under it, and if you have a syndicate card or 2, collect some more coin.
Yep.
Or you can stay there and put more coins under your boat so you bid higher than the highest bid that is currently in that sector.
Which means you'll be putting at least 2 down.
Yes. And there could be, all 3 of you could be in there trying to bid for that sector at any one time, or 4 or 5, depending on how many players in the game. It could get pretty crazy in there. So that's a big thing. The only person who spends the coins, though, is the one with the highest bid, who must be the only one on the card. If somebody else is there, you can't claim it. You have to be the only one in the waters. And you spend your coins, and you get as many tokens as are on there. Anybody who leaves gets their money back. So it's not one of those games where you spent your money whether or not you actually spent your money, which I don't understand why any game ever does that, because it don't make any damn sense.
Yeah.
But this game doesn't do that. And the other thing that I think Ken is going to talk about right now is the different set collection.
That's why I was kind of grabbing the cards. Well, what haven't we talked about here yet? Yes, when you do go to trade in your sets, you can trade in multiples of the different types of goods. None of them can be the same. They all have to be different. And you get a certain number of points. You got a track here. Depending on how many tokens you trade in, say that if they're all different, you get, say, 10 points for 4 different tokens. If you trade in 4 of like tokens, well, there were 16, and 5, 25, 6, 36. And he's illustrating very oddly over here, yes.
Well, I started doing the same kind and you started doing different kinds. Oh, crap, backwards.
Yeah. Well, you're not going to get change when you cash these in, so you want to try and maximize your points when you go to trade in for the cards in here like that.
It's email time!
Email time!
Email time!
Wow, we haven't done that in like years.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is from... It is from U.S. Ambassador to Nigeria. Ooh. From Abuja, Nigeria. Oh, my name is... the new United States Ambassador to the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Oh, never mind.
I'm not going to give his name out. The United States
Senate
had Dash confirmed my nomination to August 5, 2010 after being nominated for this by U.S. President Barack Obama on June 28, 2010. My goodness, blah, 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 blah. I'm a foreign service, other different seasons. However, I shall be coming to your country. Doesn't even know what friggin' country we're in. But, yay, coming to our country for an official meeting. And I will bringing your fund of U.S. $3.5 million. I will be bringing your fund. Okay. Along with me, but this time I will not go through customs because as an ambassador to Nigeria, I am a U.S. government agent. I have the veto power to go through customs.
Veto power?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have really paid so much in this delivery that makes me wonder. You are a very lucky person because I shall be bringing it myself and there is nothing anyone can do about it.
Yes.
Ooh, shut up.
No, he's reading it wrong.
So reconfirm the information below so that there will not be any mistakes. Your full name, your current house address, direct telephone, occupation, and age. As soon as I am through with the meeting, I shall then proceed to your address. So this U.S. guy to Nigeria is going to come to your house.
Okay.
My flight is this month, and I expect you to comply before then so that the delivery can be completed. If you do not comply, then it will not be my fault if you don't receive your package.
We don't want your package.
I don't think we're going to be able to quit our day job and do the Gamer's Table. No. But thank you once again for sending entertaining and really stupid emails. Oh, and for the people who are complaining you haven't done email time in a long time, here we did one, and here's the other reason why we don't do them. You don't write in. So here's an idea. Send in the questions that you want the guys from the Gamers Table to answer. We'll compile a list of the top 10 or so and do a show in the future when we actually have time to do stuff. So you got a couple months to send in your questions, and I'll remind you of this again.
Someone needs to buy Craig a Mario painter's hat.
Don't say that. My brother watches this sometime. There'll probably be one in the mail. Wrapping up for Cargo Noir. The theme is you are a smuggler type guy with a bunch of boats and you're cruising around to different ports in the world and selling black market cargo. Only everybody knows what you've got. Everybody can see what you're doing at all times. You're not really much of a black market guy.
Hey, we're all black market guys. We kind of know what's going on.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
all kind of not working
No one
together.
plays
Wait
the
a
cops
minute.
in this
yeah.
game.
Yes. Easy to play. Yeah, the rules are fairly simple and straightforward. There's not a lot to
If you
it.
pay attention to them.
The bidding is pretty easy to figure out, and it's not too difficult. And if somebody goes a little crazy trying to overbid everybody, and everybody else says, you know what, fine, take it. Now you got no money. What are you going to do next round, chump? fun to play.
Wumpa wumpa.
Yeah, it is fun to play. It's not hugely exciting, and unfortunately, it's another one of those games when you get down to the last few turns, you've got a pretty good idea already who's won because you can see what everybody's got.
Yeah, there's no
and it's not
sudden-
going to change. So I give Cargo Noir a 6.
Yeah, I'm not terribly thrilled with it. I do like it, but it's simple enough that, and the strategy seems like it's going to be pretty consistent every time you go to play it. You want the money, so you're going to want to grab those syndicates and stuff. There's not, I don't think, a lot of variation in the strategy for this.
First you want money,
But
then you
hey,
want power.
even for a simple game, they did go all in and really dress it up well and stuff like that. So at least it's pretty. It's something fun to look at. And you can enjoy the artwork and whatever when you look at it. Some really nice tongue-in-cheek artwork in here, quirky little characters and things on the cards and that. You know, I just don't see it being great. You know, especially if you're playing a lot of games in quick succession. I think it might get a little bit too similar. I don't know. Like maybe if I'm going to play it, space it out every once in a while. So that way, I'm just going to give it a 7. It's the components are nice and solid. It should last you a good while. You know, just don't let the dog get at it. You know, start chewing the pieces or little tykes or anything like that.
I like Cargo Noir. I really like the money. It feels like we're all high rolling poker chips. You know, like I overbid you. I enjoy this game. It's a lot of fun. There's not a whole lot of varying strategies I find with this, which is a little limiting. There's not a whole bunch of different paths to victory. It's pretty much one path. Whoever does it the best is going to win.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, it's a little limited, but it looks very nice for sure.
I give Cargo Noir a 7.5.
So that's it for this episode of the Gamers Table. Tune in another week.
He's busy again.
Yeah, I'm back working at the seasonal job on the farm. For the last little while, I've been working 7 days a week, which is why you didn't see a show last week. I apologize for that. And so I guess for the foreseeable future, it's going to have instead of a new show every week, a new show about every week or so. We'll try to get one out every
It'll
week.
probably average
Most
out
of the
every
time,
other
yeah.
week or something like that.
And
But I don't see it being any worse.
Don't
than
forget to check out our independent show.
Yes.
Yes, on
Check out
Fridays.
the independent
Which,
games
again, might
on
be a little-
Fridays.
that.
Yeah.
Miss too because he's working so much.
I'm sure we'll get one of them out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we'll alternate them. That'd be
Maybe.
easier.
Yeah.
Man,
Anyways.
I don't know. We'll
Yeah,
figure something out.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll win a lottery and won't have to work anymore. I mean, I can just do this all the
Yeah, I
time.
could do that too.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Possibly.
Yeah, we'll all do that.
Is that the sea hag? Oops! Don't bump the mic when you're going to talk. Okay.
Say something, Ken.
It's pretty. Pardon my yawning through the episode there. I've had a few. See ya.
It's one small step for man, one